think you're gonna just get by doing a sloppy job here, you might as well start looking for another position elsewhere. It's not coming from me either. That was from Mr. Suzuki himself.
Did you really say something like that, Dad?
I'd never say such a thing. What?
You're off starting tomorrow, right, Keiichi? Don't worry about the work. I've got everything covered.
Thanks, Yoko. I really appreciate it. My name's Keiichi Sato. I'm a buyer at Tokimeki Foods, and Yoko Hoshino is one of my team members, and...
You'll be off starting tomorrow, right, Keiichi?
Yes, sir. I'll be away for 4 days.
Must be nice. People actually rely on me, so I can't justify taking a long time off like that. Well, enjoy your time off.
The next day.
Finally! I've been calling you non-stop.
Sorry, so did anything happen or?
I heard the meeting got moved to today. What exactly are you planning to do? You're in charge of the Siki deal. If you think you're gonna just get by doing a sloppy job here, you might as well start looking for another position elsewhere.
Huh? Elsewhere?
It's not coming from me either. That was from Mr. Suzuki himself.
What?
And just for your information, I'm not making this up. Mr. Suzuki said that anyone on the team doesn't bring in sales, they could be let go.
Is that true, Dad?
Huh?
Dad, did you really say that?
I'd never say such a thing. What? I
wasn't planning to get involved, but I couldn't just ignore what you said. I'd like you to explain yourself.
Keiichi, who exactly are you with right now?
I'm with Mr. Suzuki and his daughter, Noah. We were supposed to leave for a family trip to Hokkaido today.
What?
You're the one who was recently hired for your abilities, correct?
Yes.
You may not have known since you only just joined the company, but Keiichi is my husband.
I'd heard the president's daughter had married someone at the company, but Keiichi? Mr. Suzuki, please hear me out. The Siki accounting is extremely important. And the person responsible isn't even planning to show up?
Actually, Asada, my team member Yoko will be handling the meeting in my place. Everything has already been handed over. And the terms are basically finalized. All that's left is the signing.
Even so, shouldn't you be there in person to close the deal, since you're the one responsible?
I would have preferred that too. But the client requested a last-minute schedule change. I was already on approved leave. And they've confirmed that they were fine proceeding without me there.
Paid leave is a right every employee is entitled to. Do you see any problem with how Keiichi handled this? I may have jumped to conclusions. As for what you said earlier about letting employees go if their numbers are poor, I never said any such thing. I'd like to hear more about this. We'll discuss this another time. Yes, sir.
Fast forward to when we returned from the trip.
Thanks for coming in early, everyone. Noah, would you introduce yourself?
Good morning. I'm Noah Sato. I've just transferred from the Waku Waku branch.
I can't believe Noah and I are actually going to be working at the same branch.
So that's the president's daughter. This is my first time meeting her in person. I'm sure things are gonna get awkward, especially because of the other day. Sales at this branch have been declining recently. That's why I've appointed Noah as manager of the product team. Wait a second, I'm the product manager here. You are, however, you've only been here a short time, and sales have in fact been declining. So, for the time being, I'd like the two of you to split responsibilities and manage the team together.
I'm still growing as a manager myself, so I hope we can support each other where needed.
Understood. 2 managers? That's a first.
The team is pretty large. Maybe 2 actually makes sense.
Sales have been down since Asada took over.
We'll be dividing responsibilities by region, so I'd like a little time with each of you later.
Understood. That's the plan. I'm counting on all of you. Asada, Keiichi, please come to my office after this.
Of course.
Understood. Alright then, let's get into it. Tell me in more detail about what happened the other day. I've confirmed the source of the rumor. Go on. It seems two things happened around the same time. People had heard about possible staff reductions, and word started spreading that no one would be transferring to our branch. People connected the dots and jumped to the wrong conclusion.
What do you mean?
Given Noah's strong track record, some assumed that employees who couldn't keep up might end up being pushed out. That's how the rumor started.
So, it was just a rumor? The whole thing was a misunderstanding.
In any case, there's no need to worry. I've already spoken with everyone and cleared things up.
Cleared up or not, it's still true that your remarks caused unnecessary concern for Keiichi. As someone in a leadership role, I don't think that kind of comment was appropriate.
You're right.
Also, when you mentioned staff reductions, were you perhaps referring to the career transition program?
The career transition program? Leaving the company isn't necessarily a negative thing. The program exists to support employees who want to take the next step in their careers. We simply ask whether anyone is interested in voluntary separation. Recently, one employee chose to leave through that program. It seems that was misunderstood as layoffs. I wasn't aware of that, my apologies. Going forward, be mindful of the impact your words can have. Understood.
I should apologize as well, Asada. I relied too much on email and didn't communicate as clearly as I should have.
It's fine. I should have checked my email more carefully. That's on me. He may not have been obligated to report every detail, but if he just explained things clearly, this wouldn't have happened. If you'll excuse me, I've already made a bad impression. I've got to turn this around.
So after that, responsibilities were divided between Asada's team and Noah's team. I heard the Suki deal went through without any difficulties. Thank you so much.
Everything was already pretty much set. I just handled the final paperwork. You're the one who got us to that point, Keiichi.
No, not at all.
Everyone, I look forward to working with you.
Likewise.
I'd like everyone to spend time visiting the stores and choosing product selections that truly fit each location. It seems like most things have been done by the book so far, but I trust your judgment. I want you to stay flexible and adapt based on what works best in each situation.
There wasn't much freedom under Asada, but it feels like we'll be able to work more freely now.
This actually sounds exciting.
I was thinking the same thing. Meanwhile, Asada was taking a different approach.
Review the materials I just handed out and make sure you have them fully memorized.
What exactly is this manual?
It covers top-selling products, items we must never run out of, and even store layouts. Everything is clearly defined. Follow this manual exactly as written.
Understood.
1 month later, the results quickly began to show.
Just as I thought, this approach was the right call. Continue managing the stores according to the manual.
Well, it's true that sales have been stable, but I think we should be adjusting the layout depending on each store.
What do you mean?
We've heard various concerns from the store teams. You may not be aware of it since you haven't been visiting the stores yourself.
The results speak for themselves, don't they?
Is it possible sales are up simply because customers are curious about the new layout? And that effect might not last.
I put a lot of thought into that manual. I don't believe that's the case. It may take some getting used to, but I'm counting on all of you.
Understood. We'll explain things to the store staff on our side.
Looks like things are getting a little tense over there.
Yeah, but all we can do is focus on what we can do.
Excuse me. Sales in my area haven't really picked up.
Same here. It's okay, everyone. Don't worry. This first month was about getting to know each region and figuring things out. Now we know each store's strengths and weaknesses, so this is where we start growing sales.
Yes.
Hey, Keiichi, can I ask you something? Your stores did really well this past month. If there's anything you've been doing differently, I'd love for you to share it with the team.
Well, actually...
Wait, what is all this?
Wait, what? These are notes on the stores in my area?
Is this an analysis of the stores I'm responsible for? Keiichi, I had no idea you'd gone this far.
Data analysis is kind of a hobby of mine. I've been looking at regional trends, customer age groups, and peak sales hours for quite a while. I always thought it'd be great if I could use it someday. I even analyzed stores outside my own area. I was worried that might have been overstepping.
Not at all. Please tell us more.
Wait, let me go first.
We've got time, so let's just go one at a time.
Hey, do you have a minute?
Yes?
I heard this co-manager setup is a first for the company. Is it true that whoever performs better gets promoted to director?
I'm sorry?
There's a rumor going around.
Another rumor? Didn't you learn anything from last time?
I mean, given the situation, it kind of makes you wonder.
It's true my father is the company president, but at work he's my boss, not my dad. We keep things strictly professional. So I don't know anything about that, excuse me.
That reaction, there's no way that's just a rumor. This could be my chance. I've got to prove myself.
2 months later.
Why aren't the displays set up the way I instructed? That's exactly why sales are dropping.
But we have been following the manual. We've been instructing the stores to set up the displays exactly as specified. And we've made sure none of the products you flagged are out of stock. The lineup has been maintained.
Then why are sales dropping this much? Just a month ago, things were performing well. We have been clearly communicating your instructions. But recently, more and more store managers haven't been cooperating.
We're seeing the same issue on our end.
Really?
Some store managers are pushing back, saying this approach will hurt their sales. Others are telling us they simply can't operate this way.
So you're saying you haven't been able to maintain trust with the store managers? Who do you think damaged the trust we had with them?
There are situations the manual just doesn't account for. Please listen to what's actually happening at the stores.
Arguing among ourselves won't solve anything. Alright, give me some time. I'll revise the manual to better reflect what's happening at the stores. This wouldn't be happening if everyone had just followed my manual. Oh, right. There was talk about discontinuing Kira Kira's snack line and switching to Bada Bada instead. Bada Bada's products will definitely boost sales. It's the obvious choice. In that case, let's move forward. I'd like to proceed with ending our agreement with Kira Kira. It wouldn't make much sense for only our side to stop carrying them, so... If you're on board, Noah, I'd like to make this a company-wide decision.
Wait a second. I don't think that's a good idea. Speaking as a buyer who works closely with the stores, for the stores under Noah, it's about 40%, and for the ones under you, Asada, it's probably closer to 60%.
What are you getting at?
Our stores attract a lot of families, and overall, a large portion of our customers are younger shoppers. If you look at Kira Kira's products on their own, the numbers may not seem that high. But that's because the unit price is low. In reality, they play a big role in bringing customers into the stores.
I couldn't agree more. Changing the product lineup could drive customers away.
We can bring in customers with new products. That won't be a problem.
We have no intention of discontinuing Kira Kira's products.
Understood. Then I'll proceed with a change on my side.
As a result,
We have a problem. Because of the lead time on the new orders, the shelves are looking pretty empty.
Bada Bada's product range is limited. The store staff are having trouble putting together proper displays. What? All of this happened while I was off?
Things weren't working according to the manual, so we tried contacting you, but...
Oh, right. I had the day off yesterday. I went to the sauna, then the gym, so I barely checked my phone.
We've been getting a lot of inquiries from the stores.
Okay, I'm on it.
1 month later.
Why have sales dropped this much? Are you actually following the manual or not?
The manual, the manual, the manual! I've had enough!
What?
If you feel that strongly, then please go to the stores yourselves and talk to them directly. I can't keep being stuck in the middle like this. Asada, I do think it's important to hear directly from the stores.
There are things you just can't understand unless you see the situation firsthand.
We've also been receiving quite a few complaints, so I need you to address this properly. Honestly, the current situation isn't good for you or for the company. Understood.
Enough is enough. The idea of using the same manual for every store just doesn't make sense.
But...
We have our own way of doing things here.
Oh, Asada, perfect timing. Could you explain?
So you're Asada. Then you need to start listening to what's actually happening at the stores. I have a lot to say, but let me make one thing clear. Dropping Kirakira's products was a mistake. No question about it.
This can't be. Things at the stores were this tense? I thought there was just a little pushback, not anything like this.
A little while later.
I've got to call Kira and at least get their snack lineup back. Miss Inoue, I'm sorry for reaching out so suddenly, but I was hoping we could resume deliveries.
In all my years, I've never had a contract ended so abruptly. You said the other products would be sufficient. That was your decision.
I was wrong. I'll increase our orders going forward. So is there any way we could restart as soon as this month?
Increase orders suddenly, and starting this month? I'm afraid I can't continue doing business with someone who makes decisions based solely on their own convenience. We've already finalized an agreement with another company, so I'm sorry, but we'll have to decline.
No.
Kira had great things to say about you, Noah. They said they'd really like to keep working with someone like you.
No surprise there.
Thank you, Yoko. Get home safe. Will do. Good night.
Kira seemed very enthusiastic earlier. Did something happen?
Asada, I'd like you to transfer to the Jiri branch.
What? The Jiri branch?
Recently, we've received complaints that some employees are having difficulty with your management style, and sales have also been declining. So I'd like you to transfer to the Jiri branch and use this as an opportunity to gain more experience. But wasn't it said that whoever performed better would be promoted to director? I've never said anything like that.
I never said anything about that either.
Well, no one did deliver strong results this time. And if she passes the written exam and the executive interview, she'll be eligible for a director position, right?
She's becoming a director? Is that true?
If everything goes well, yes.
Then who will be the manager here? We've actually been discussing this internally for some time, and we've decided to ask Keiichi to take the role.
What? Really?
After everything that's happened, I believe you continue to value the voices of both the staff and the stores. Will you accept the position?
If you believe I'm the right person, I'd be honored to.
I see. In that case, I'll be resigning from the company. Thank you for everything.
After that, Asada left the company. However,
less than a year at Tokimeki, and just over a year at the company before that? No wonder I can't land another job.
that guy looked just like Asada. Must have been my imagination. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Ready to go? We're celebrating your promotion to manager and my promotion to director.
I made a reservation at a really nice spot.
I can't wait.
Enjoyed the video?
Then smash that like button and subscribe.